Hello, today I'll be making a tier list about Roblox warlords troops. First of all, the Archer. Uh, it's a terrible starter unit. Do not get it. It's not exactly user friendly. How do I say this? How do I put this in words? If you know how to use the Archer, you can probably wreck house, but the problem is that you're very vulnerable to almost anything in the game, and you can be powerful, but sometimes you're completely useless. You need friends that know how to play the game. If you don't have friends, it's truly unfortunate when you pick Archer. Next of all is the Peasant. It's a decent unit. I mean, the Peasant can summon things in mid battle. It's okay, I guess. I mean, I guess it should be in B tier, not C tier. The Halberd is the better version of the Spear, and it should be on C, I guess, because the shield here is on C as well, because it's the halberd and shield is probably the best starter units, because halberd can counter, it can fight horses first of all, and it can counter shields, and shields is just generally the best unit as a starter unit. The swords, they're vulnerable to archers, which I would consider the worst units, but they're generally more stronger than the archers. So D tier. The ranger, don't buy this unit. Just don't. Why? Why will you buy this? Next of all, the cavalry. Uh, Try not to sound biased, but the cavalry is probably quite decent. But personally, I would rate it A. But compared to the player base, it should be a C or B. Put it a B because it's not worth your money. But if you buy it, it can be very worth. The spear is worse than the halberd, so put it here. The kudo, yes. Animaker Archer, B, I guess. I mean, they can counter shields, and they do quite a lot of damage, so I guess B. They're not exactly amazing, they're decent, so it's a solid B. Here's the Berserker. My problem with the Berserker is that they basically have no armor. Wait, I don't think they have armor. They do have armor, never mind. But they have damage buff for 30 seconds, which is amazing. But what if they're fighting archers, shinobi, or any horses? What would they do? You can't do no shit. That's why I put them on B. Maybe a high B here. Oh, yes. The Crusader. I like this unit. It has a damage buff as well. But it's less than the Berserker. The the Crusader only has 10 seconds, unlike the Berserker with 30 seconds. The Crusader is quite nice as a unit. I mean, they have armor, but they can just get completely wiped out too from any archer units, range units, cavalry, the shinobi. So put them at B, but a low B, because they can die quite easily to anything, but they do a lot of damage. The I don't remember the name of this unit. The land connector, yes, is the better version of the halberd, but I don't like this unit. I mean, they can pierce through 50% of shields. I mean, 35. Wait, that's less than the cavalry. Oh, you know, that's fine. They have a short charge ability, so I'll put them at C. You probably shouldn't get this unit. The halberd is good enough. The Shinobi. Why? Why will you buy this? They're weak to the cavalry. Maybe not the horse archers, but they're weak to cavalry, the spear units. Maybe not the shield unit. The shield units can still fight them, but they can kill the Crusaders and the hammers, and probably the Miko. I've never tested that. Um, Shinobi, I will put them in a high C because they are decent. The Yarya Shigaru. Wait, no, they're just called Ashigaru. I'm pretty sure they're using Yari. Oh well. They're a better version of Spear, and they're unusually powerful in the defensive battles. So I put them at the A. Hammer. A. No questions asked. Wait, the hammer is a shock charge, right? Let me check that. Yes, the hammer is a shock charge. They can stun the enemy, and they can hit quite a lot of people, and they do probably one of the highest damage, especially their heavy attack. But they're extremely slow. Yes. Next up, the Praetorian. I mean, the Praetorian is not. Ever since they added field rations for the Ocelot, I cannot pronounce this unit. The Legion, these two, the Praetorian has been quite bad of a unit. I mean, it's still decent. I do not know what makes this unit better than the Legion. The Legion is shield wall. Maybe the Praetorian shields are larger. I'll put them at A, and I'll put Spartan at C because, I mean S because yes, no questions asked. They're like the best units in the game back then. I have a certain respect for them, and I give them the respect they deserve. The Miko, uh, they're healers. They're pretty weak at anything else. I mean, they have spears, so they can, in Thermopylae, defend. Kinda. They're only good at defending, but they're kind of shit in everywhere else. They're only good at Thermopylae defense, so I'll put them at a low B because they're practically useless. The Phalanx. The Phalanx is a really powerful unit, especially in Thermopylae, both offensive and defensive, but it does no shit in any other game mode. Only Thermopylae. Never use this unit anywhere else. So put them at high B. I think this is quite controversial, but it doesn't matter to me. The samurai, they're quite slow. They're weak to archers. They're not the worst units in the game. They're quite bad, the samurai. I mean, for their price, they're not exactly the best, but they are decent. Yeah, okay, I'll put them at a low. I think the Phalanx is better than samurai. This is the creeping. Used to be 6,000 gold. I bought it at 6,000 gold. I regret that. I should have waited like one more day. So the creeping is. I just like using this unit. Like, imagine this. Cavalry is like the best at fog of war. Like, I killed spear units, the normal spear units, with cavalry. I mean, creeping. Makes no sense, right? But But if the spear unit doesn't know how to play the game, the creeping is very powerful. They can fight the samurai for some odd reason, and usually the samurai will win, but the creeping can take down most of the units. So I put them at the low in Ashigaru. This unit, the one that has low cooldown, is basically the Legion, but low cooldown for Javelin throw. I have no idea whether this has shield wall or not. Probably not. I have no idea. I've never seen it. I don't see much people using it. They're decent. I put them at A. Below the Praetorian because they don't have armor. This unit, the Legion. I'm not skipping the Legion. The Legion. Yes, S tier. They're better than the Spartans, in all honesty. Maybe the Spartans have more health. I do not know. The game doesn't tell us how much damage does each unit do, and doesn't tell us how much health or defense they have. It only tells the general thing. Next off is the Ke- I realize I'm butchering all the names. The Kejik thing, Major. Yes, they have a sharp charge ability. I mean, they're okay at offensive battles, I guess. They're quite nice. They have high armor. They have good damage. So I guess I'll put them higher than the Praetorian. Now the Mongols. This is the Mongol heavy. I can tell by the clothing color. This is yellow, which is the color of the Mongol heavy, and this is the Mongol archer, the horse archer. The Mongol heavy is probably quite. It's like the creeping, but it does more damage. But the creeping can hit more enemies, so I would say it's better than the creeping. Next off is the horse archers, the Manga Archer. They're very powerful. I mean, the game says they're really squishy, but maybe like, who's ever going to hit you? Just run around the enemy. Your horse archers who shoot by themselves. I don't understand. I mean, they do like no shit to like Praetorian, Spartan, Legion, this unit, and the Keshin. But every other unit, which is most of every other unit, they're faster than the Creeping. I'm not sure about the Mongol Heavy. They're faster than them. They can kill almost every unit in the game. Maybe not the Shinobi and Ranger. Yes. So I would say the Manga Archer deserves a spot on S, but maybe not higher than the Legion because the Legion is the best. I might need to make some changes because the Shinobi, right? When they're invisible and they go close by to, for example, the samurai units start to spaz, like spin around and try to attack the invisible units. So they're low C. They're not exactly that good. I'm failing at putting it here. Yes. So this is my tier list. Um, like, comment, subscribe, I guess, please. Comment things, your personal opinion, and then this tier list is mostly just my personal opinions. Do not be toxic in the comment section, please.